Hi there, Virgo. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 22nd of August. For the last 11 months, Jupiter, the planet of expansion and traditionally of good fortune in astrology, has been making his way through your sign. Now, in September, he is going to move on and go into the sign of Libra, but you've got some time yet to still use his magical energies to the best effect. Now, last week, from Tuesday, he was joined by Mercury, your ruling planet, and that conjunction is very positive. Mercury helps to give you your natural discrimination, your attention to detail, the ability to sort the wheat from the chaff, whereas Jupiter can be much more focused on the big picture. But the combination together probably gave you an earthy realism, but with a certain amount of traction and sense that things can move forwards, but particularly about the creative things that you've been working upon. With the sun pitching up in your sign on Tuesday of this week, even more energy is going to be flooding into your situation. This is super stuff. And of course, Venus, the planet of love and affection, has been with you as well. And this is giving you a little bit more star quality and sex appeal. Well, in the last half of this week, Venus goes alongside Jupiter and Mercury too. And this trio of influences really can give you so much more extra confidence. Along with the sun's greater drive, the world really is your oyster. But it's all about you taking a firmer grip on your life direction. Don't be passive. This is definitely a time to be proactive. If you make some moves that don't come off, try to be philosophical about it. In life, if we sit back and never take any risks, we're probably never ever going to achieve anything. Sometimes the fear of failure stops us just being much more natural and going with the flow. So if you do have an impulse on any idea, project, person that's interested in you, or you want to give yourself a new glamorous look, then go for it. I do think that the vibes are very good for you. Now also, Mars, the power planet, is reinforcing, as it did in the last half of last week, the rather restrictive energies of Saturn, which has been making you think a lot about your emotional life, your family situation, and even perhaps been limiting in some ways where you've lived. Now, Mars is going to help things a lot, because it's going to give you more drive to make positive changes, but it too gets caught up in the rather draining and rather mystical web that is Neptune. Just be conscious that when it comes to a relationship issue, that you need to be very realistic about the emotional potential within this. Don't put anyone on a pedestal, not a pedestal that they're ultimately not going to come up to. I think this is focus on your needs, but in so doing, do think in terms of the security that you're going to be achieving with the plans that you're putting in motion. The greater the security, the more successful you're going to be in time. But as I say, that doesn't mean to say you can't be risk averse. Now, there is a quarter moon on Thursday, and it just says that someone influential may not necessarily be absolutely spellbound by some of your ideas. Well, that's when it comes down to having that sense of self-belief, willpower and determination to keep going with something you truly believe in. And this is a magical week. It's not going to come back for 12 years, so really go for it. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.